they're right there, but they need to stop having honourable losses. And for the Perth Wildcats, I mean, 6 points in a fourth quarter with this offensive talent shouldn't happen.
Absolutely. Cairns, Schofield, Smith, those guys need to score the rock for Cairns to have success. But with Perth, got to get the big fella going, and Doolittle has to come to the party to help him out.
Certainly does. And the import down, of course, Mason Jones let go by the Perth Wildcats. But as Pete said, another player in the midst. Lockie Reid announced that they could be signing soon. So help is on the way. Rain Smith, now that is a dude that has been impressive to me. And we said this when he was coming out of Louisville. Anyone that can shoot the ball at that ACC level of basketball, it translates pretty well over here. He's got a quick release, and he's not bad at taking those 1-2 dribbles on the floor. Yeah, and the way he finished that fourth quarter, hopefully he can take some confidence, because he was a bit down a couple of games prior to that, and then Jaron really gets his first career start. Well-deserved, because he looks like someone who's going to make plays right now. That's what I talk about, the absence, creating opportunity. Ben Henschel hasn't taken it right now. Elijah Pepper. In comes Jaron Riley. Ben Henschel, the one for me that we really came into this year. He had the huge offers over there in college, $1 million offers. It didn't work out academically. And we thought he was going to come in and be having a sort of next star-esque breakout season. Hasn't quite eventuated with him, which sucks to see. And all of it really is shooting, right? You can see the confidence in his shot isn't right there. Clearly the efficiency isn't there, but he's playing some really solid defense. Hopefully he can just start to understand and find his role, because he's going to be crucial to Perth's success.
Very athletic guy who can shoot the ball once he gets going. You're right, it's all about his confidence. Once he gets going, he can help them, because you put it on the wing, he'll take it to the hole and dunk on you. And
it's early days. And when we're talking NBA draft, there is no more recency bias than in the NBA draft. So he's just got to have a good back end of the year. But how about this? Kyle Adnam. We both played with him, Pete, playing his 250th game tonight. And talk about a guy that has really gotten the most out of his career. He ain't crazy athletic. He's not crazy tall. He'd most likely prefer to be on the beach, but boy, he's carved himself out a good career. Yeah, congratulations to him. What an incredible milestone. Played for nearly every team in the league as well, but I think he's just one of those guys. He's a great leader. Yep. Everything he does help us win that championship back then, and the ultimate competitor. And one-on-one, I tell you what, hey, he's going to give you a bucket. He's a problem. He's got the Shaq rainbow if you put his jerseys, all right? It's going to be a massive game. We're going to be with you throughout the entire night as well, because it is Ignite Cup action. Jack Heverin and Damon Lowry get ready to take it away.
Here we go for the Ignite Cup, Wednesday night hoops.
Oh! Taking it all the way. Schofield, being busy. Doolittle, swish.
There's a problem.
Here is JLA. Look at the strength of the big man. Good defense. Hold on to your hats. Looking inside again.
Good luck stopping that. Showing absolutely no signs of relenting. It's been a party to start the Ignite Cup. Wednesday Night Hoops is back, and two teams who are in desperate need of a win and desperate need of some form. The Cairns Taipans have lost 4 in a row, which is hard to imagine when that's where you live each and every week, but they are in a bit of a flux right now. And for the Perth Wildcats, after a bright start, they've lost their last 2. And this should be a very, very interesting contest. The 100th meeting between the Wildcats and the Taipans. Perth have won 6 of their last 7. As we say, a big hello and welcome to the Hungry Jacks Ignite Cup, presented by Disney+. I'm Jack Heverin, the man to my left is Damon Lowry. D, great to see you.
Jack, my man, happy hump day. Ignite Cup is back. Great to see. We got 2 teams, like you said. NBL26 has not been kind to either team. Both teams are going through some flux. There's some import changes. There's some import injuries. There's key guys being out. But no matter what happens, somebody's got to find a way to win.
Here's the Mitsubishi Motors ladder as it stands right now. This is the general ladder. Hard to ignore Melbourne at 7-0. Perth 3-3 though, Damon. We'll dive into them a little bit deeper, but it didn't seem that long ago that they were in the top 2 or 3 teams, and we thought that's where they belong.
And that's just what happens throughout the course of a season. All of a sudden, the import goes home, and then the import gets hurt, and then all of a sudden your team is right down that middle of that ladder where it's jam-packed.
This is Wednesday Night Hoops. You wanted more basketball? This is what you've got. 20 games, a brand new scoring system. We're going to go to the Gold Coast on February the 22nd for the grand final of the Ignite Cup. But it's the $400,000 of prize money. Damon, you're a player. You understand what that money's worth.
Oh, man, I wish I had a shot at some of that. $400K the long way. Now, teams are still trying to win because, obviously, points count towards the actual Mitsubishi Motors ladder. But there's not a player in the league, Jack, that would have trouble spending any of that money.
No doubt about that one. Let's dive into the two teams that we've got coming at you tonight. As we mentioned, form has been a little bit patchy for both in the last little while, except for Joe Luala-Chul for the Perth Wildcats. There are his numbers for the season. He has been the shining light.
And you know, look at that, 22 points, I'm rounding up, 9 rebounds and 2 blocks a game. But I feel like the JLA is still underachieving to a degree, only because I think his teammates don't quite know how to use them. They've never really played with a dominant big man like that before, and JLA could easily get 25 a game. He's still playing some good basketball. He has to stay out of foul trouble, and him and Marcus Lee should be a treat.
This is when they met last couple of rounds ago, October 10, in fact, when Perth won that game by 3 points. But Joe Luala-Chul had 30 and 10, and as you can see from the highlights there, he was the dominant force in that one for John Riley and the Perth Wildcats. They've been challenged a little bit in the media this week. They've been called out for a couple of their losses in a row, Sydney and last Wednesday in the Ignite Cup against Brisbane. So a bit of soul-searching for the Perth Wildcats to do. Meanwhile, for the Cairns Taipans, Damon, feels like we're saying the same thing that we said as we have over the last couple of years, that injuries, not making an excuse, but injuries are really hurting them, and they're causing these sorts of fluctuations.
Exactly. I mean, look at those losses. They've had 3 games, Jack, where they've lost by over 30 points, but then they'll have 3 games, a couple of games where they lose by only a handful of points. So you never know if the Cairns Taipans is going to play 2 games in a row. But to start this season with so much promise, then Sam Wardenberg gets hurt. Then Jack McVeigh gets hurt. New import comes in, and he's getting off to a shaky start because he was cramping all the time. But Andrew Andrews, now he seems to be rounding into a little bit of form. So they need to come out and make up for that game. They probably felt they dropped that game against against Adelaide. So hopefully they got something to prove tonight. 23
points last weekend against Adelaide. He's going to need to do a lot of heavy lifting tonight if the Taipans are to get the job done. Ariana Prey, the courtside. It's a shame that she's not with us in the Ignite Cup studio. So the next best thing is for her to be on the ground at the Cairns Convention Centre. Welcome to you, Ariana.
Thank you, guys. I wish I could be there too, but I like being in the atmosphere. I want to feel the vibe. I want to hear the fans. And me and Coach Forty spoke at length before their last matchup. And even though he's down Sam Wardenberg, no Jack McVeigh, he is still in great spirits and has full faith that his team can still match up against anybody. And I believe that if they were going to get a win, this Perth Wildcats team is going to be the team that they can beat.
Fascinating game, this one. Thank you, Ariana. Damon, just on gut feel, which is how you like to operate.
Yeah.
What's this one telling you about tonight?
My gut, Jack, is telling me the Cairns Taipans is going to get a win. We look at the starting 5 there. Benny Hitchell's in the lineup. The young seed, Jaron Riley, is in the lineup. David Aquera gets a start for the injured Dylan Windler. Christian Doolittle and JLA Jr.
Jaron Riley starting his first career game as well. What a rise it's been for this season. Starting 5 for the Taipans, it's small, obviously, with no Sam Wardenberg. Marcus Lee not starting tonight.
Yeah, that's interesting. Marcus Lee, I thought, has had a pretty solid season. Quite a few double-doubles under his belt already. But when things are not going right, coaches have to mix it up. So Alex Higgins-Titcha gets his start.
Chris Reed, James Boyer, Mark Mill, the 3 men in charge of Ignite Cup basketball. Wednesday night at the Cairns Convention Centre. In the beginning of what is a very, very important round for a few teams. That is a start that can only be called suboptimal.
Suboptimal is that's right, but at least he was aggressive taking that shot, Andrew Andrews. And he's got Jaron really guarding him, so he might think he's got a bit of a mismatch.
Kyron Galloway charged with the responsibility of trying to stop Joe Luala-Chul, and automatically JLA gets busy.
Well, let's be clear, there's nobody in the Cairns Taipans team that can guard JLA. Adam Ford, as Kyron Galloway answers back with a 3-ball. But Adam Ford probably figured, you know what, I'm going to give you a more mobile defender in Kyron Galloway and see if he can trouble him.
So is that how Kyron Galloway can hurt JLA the other way?
Bring him outside on the perimeter, make him play away from the basket.
Doolittle tees one up. It's flat dart. Perth Wildcats have turned up on a mission tonight. They won 6 of the last 7 meetings between these two teams. As we mentioned, it's been a testing week for them. Schofield will hand off to Andrews. He's comfortable in the mid-range. That's deep. Jaron Willie whistled for the foul. Jaron Willie, I should say.
I like to see Schofield be way more aggressive. Now, his three ball has completely betrayed him so far this season. Actually, that's harsh. He's shooting 32%. But I would like to see him mix up his offensive game. Be more of an all-around threat. Like down there.
Off the inbound for Schofield.
Get down there and get some easy buckets, Admiral. Yes, sir, he said.
He's big enough to do it. He's a big, big man when you see him up close. Easy two for Ben Henschel. Just a couple of easy ones like that. Good for his confidence.
Absolutely. Benny's like, it's funny how when you have the backcourt there when Mason Jones was there and Henschel kind of fell out of the rotation. Well, now this is his shot. No excuses.
Well, if you like offense, the first 2 minutes is for you.
Give us some high octane, some couple of 100-point scores would be lovely.
Do a little rip baseline. Great pass for Jaron Riley. Starting for the first time tonight.
He's like, Dad, I told you. What was you waiting on?
And to be fair, a lot of Perth Wildcats fans have been saying the same thing. Let's get him into the starting lineup. Dante Russo-Nance coming off the bench tonight. And really with the steal. He used to say that a lot in the 90s. It was his dad picking pockets. And the Wildcats retreat. Doolittle for Riley. That time. Work by Henschel, second chance opportunity for Perth. And Doolittle, when he gets in deep like that, is a very tough proposition. Early timeout Cairns because it's working for the Wildcats.
Great job by Christian Doolittle, great job. Shot fake, didn't just settle for the three ball, even though he hit one, got on the rim, put the pressure on the defense and the referees.
12 points in the first 3 minutes of the game. Hot start for the Wildcats.
A hot start for the Wildcats, but I just can't believe we're referring to Jaron Riley as the young seed from now on. That's certainly a nickname that I'm not sure he wants nor deserves.
Oh, he's been good. And Adam Ford calling a very, very quick timeout. The Wildcats have only missed one shot. He's not mucking around. This defensive, and we asked about it. Was he going to keep Marcus Lee coming off the bench? I think he's trying to preserve the fouls because if you've got two on JLA, they'd have to go to Galloway.
Both teams are aggressive. Doolittle taking the ball to the hole. Schofield going to the hole. That's what we asked for.
They've only missed one shot. They're on track to put up a mammoth score.
We look at what Bryce Cotton did last week. Now, there's not an individual player doing the damage right now, but the issue was on the defensive end. You'd be worried if you're the Cairns Taipans right now, hence the timeout.
I don't think they can keep in front of anybody. I really don't. You would have had a mammoth game.
Oh!
The only game you played.
Hey, you know what? As soon as we start getting into vicious misinformation, I've got to throw back to Jack legally.
Oh, sometimes it's just good to just let those three just turn loose and it becomes like a game of Survivor, Damon. They all eat each other.
Yeah, last man standing.
Yep. 12-7, Wildcats lead. Ariana Prey, the courtside.
That's right. I was listening in to Coach 40, and he told his team, we're playing way too soft right now. Lock up and play defense right now. The Perth Wildcats are having their way. And, guys, that's something that he really wants to see from his team in the absence of some star players due to injuries. Just that confidence, both on the offense and defensive end.
Ariana, you ain't going to just sit up there and looking like Wilma Flintstone all flying that outfit, girl. It's working, girl. Where you get that at?
Listen, I had to bring the cheetah out, okay? I had to bring the cheetah out.
What just happened? Wilma Flintstone. The boys back in the studio looking like Bam Bam. JLA misses the first. Does that make Gazy Fred Flintstone? I think that's how he gets to work every day still. This is concerning early for Cairns. Some space for Schofield. It's off target. So the two plays we've seen out of the timeout, Damon, were a three and then a turnover off the first possession.
And that exactly is not what Adam Ford drew up in that out, I'm sure.
JLA backing down. He'll claim that as a pass, and Aquera will take care of the rest.
Now, I'm not saying JLA got to shoot it every time, but I'd like to see him touch it almost every time because he's going to draw a double team, get the shot up on the rim, and then you can see David Aquera following it up.
He scored the last 7 fire away again. 1 of 4 to start the game. As the Wildcats much more methodical because they've got a big man in the middle who's trying to cause all sorts of carnage.
They might have to change up the defense, a double team. Every time you touch it, they'll go to a zone or do something. JLA is on his way to 30, easy.
He's got 5 early, and he's doing whatever he likes. Andrews to the basket, and they swing to Admiral Schofield. Needed to go down, and it does.
Yeah, good extra pass by Taipans. They don't want to panic. Offense won't be a problem, you would have thought, but it's the defensive end.
So they've had 5 attempts already, Damon. This is a team who shoots it at 27% from deep for the season. Is this the right way to play tonight?
I don't think so, but Jack, this is the era. It's the Kyle Adnam, the 250th game man, gets his bucket to go as we check the Amy replay. Good kick out, extra pass. In the Admiral, just knocks it down. But this era, Jack, is a 3-point shooting era. And teams don't care what their percentage is because the analytics says you got to take those shots. So we're going to witness a lot of subpar shooting teams taking shots that they probably shouldn't, in my opinion.
It's Kyle Adnam, game number 250 tonight. He's a very popular player in this league. He's had to fight his entire career to get opportunities. He's still fighting now.
And I'm happy for a guy like that because you know how valuable you got to look after yourself, A, but to play for so many teams tells you how valuable he can be as Christian Doolittle gets into the key. Let me go, hey, Coach, I know you're watching now. Christian Doolittle out there being the only import. What's the mindset like? How many shots should he get up?
Checking with Copes in a moment. Is Adnam travelled first before the foul?
Hold up, hold up.
Bernard been on some teams. They had a few imports. Marcus Timmons, to name a few. And Leonard would have had no hesitation in getting up as many shots as humanly possible. If he was ever by himself, God help us.
So Dante Rosso-Nance wears one in the mouth, so a bit of blood coming out. He's going to have to leave the court.
Hopefully Dante won't take it too personal getting yanked out of the starting lineup. Incidental hit to the chops. Because he's still only 20 years old, Jack. His time's coming.
Wildcats still with an import spot remaining. The boys spoke about it in the pre-game tonight, but they are shopping at the moment. And the signature might not be that far away, according to Lockie Reed, one of our broadcast team.
Hello.
A Wednesday wedgie. Seems like a night at your house.
So obviously Adam Ford put Marcus Lee in the game. Had enough of the Kyron Galloway experiment. So I'm going to come back with my 7-footer.
Hit the ring. Hit the ring. 14. 14's good. Yep.
Christian Doolittle has 7. Jalawala Chul has 5. Admiral Schofield, Cairns leading scorer so far with 5 of his own. Night Cup basketball. $400,000 up for grabs for the winner of the inaugural tournament, the new era of Australian basketball. He really was dragged to the ground by Adnam.
Aggressive drive by Jaron, really. He just took one look at Kyle and said, you know what, I'm going to back myself in this situation.
Lovely hair.
It's just free-flowing, isn't it?
Complete opposite to his father.
Night and day.
What a season that Jaron really has had a late signature as a DP. In the first game of the season, Damon had a DNP.
Yep.
In round 2, he played 6 minutes. Round 3, 13. He's played 20 minutes every game since, and he gets his first career start tonight.
Yeah, and obviously he was just the plus-minus system. He was taking the mickey out of that. Last game, not as much, but you can just see his value. He's got so much poise. Is he a point guard? Is he a 2 guard? Is he a combo? Whatever he is just a cagey, smart basketball player.
Wildcats lead 21-13 in the Ignite Cup. Marcus Lee on the floor. Bit of size out there now for Cairns. Jalawala Chul off the court. So cat and mouse going on between Adam Ford and John Riley.
And John really has put in the next star, Noah. He's going to have to help me, Jack.
Kwakuhek.
How's that?
Oh, you.
Put in the Frenchman early run because he's only been averaging maybe 2 minutes a game. So Johnny's giving him a start in the first quarter.
Great to see the teenager from France. Jesse Wagstaff is the complete opposite to a teenager and still playing meaningful minutes.
There he is.
Schofield. Adnam, shot clock at 6. Taipans starting to run out of options. Andrews with a pull-up. It jumps out.
See, that's the shot. They had to switch. Admiral Schofield had Kyle Adnam on him. And Andrews elected to not go inside. A shot he could have made, but I would have liked to have seen Admiral punish the mismatch.
Pass, Adnam to Schofield in rhythm. Knocked out a play by Higgins-Titcher.
You can see Marcus Lee expressing frustration with his teammates just then in just shot selection.
Which is interesting because Adam Ford addressed that last weekend, said we've got to start taking better shots.
And
are they?
Not at this stage because he just subbed out Schofield and Alex Higgins-Titcher, but that's almost like a frustration shot. He didn't get it on the block where he probably wanted it, so he said, you know what, I'm going to shoot another 3-ball. As Christian Doolittle gets a tough one to go in the transition. 10-point lead to the Cats.
Game-high lead for Perth. Cairns and all of their defensive frailties being shown up again. And they cough it up, really in the open floor. Coast to coast, wings it up.
Timeout. It's too easy. You got a team, Jack, Perth Wildcats, with a 12-point lead playing with 1 import. Cairns got 3 imports. Just on definition, they should be winning.
Alarm bells everywhere for the Taipans.
Certainly alarm bells for everyone apart from the young C, Jaron Riley, who it's remarkable that people said when this guy was signed, even the words nepotism came out, which was absolutely ridiculous. He was fantastic in the big side, a good conference for Northern Colorado, and he's coming out and proving just why.
Yeah, he's a flat-out baller. And for all those who follow the college hoops of the Australians, we knew that. Jack M got involved on Twitter. He said the Taipans are full of guys who always defer to someone else to score. So he wants to see Andrew Andrews just take responsibility. I agree with you because 13 points is not enough. But no matter what they do on that end, if they're leaking points like this, it's practice out there.
Christian Doolittle is on fire, the only import on the team. Give him the ball and move out of the way.
That's what Perth have to do, but how did Cairns get stopped? I think Cairns might...
Cairns don't get stopped.
They need to
watch them last week.
They need to turn around. They need to work out something to do. Marcus Lee coming into the game late. You would think when you're coming up against a team, and I'm not telling Adam Ford how to coach, but an interesting coaching decision to have him.
He did that against the Adelaide 36ers. He brought Marcus Lee off the bench, and everyone thought Humphreys would go off. And I'm assuming it's because in a couple of games prior, he got 2 early fouls against dominant big men and pretty much sits for the first half. So he tried to keep him out of foul trouble, maybe come in late. Didn't work that way either.
Well, Jack, manifest a close game here. We need one, brother.
Also trying to work out when Felix says, now, I'm not telling Adam Ford how to coach, but here's what I would do. It's like when someone says, look, I don't want to be rude, but this guy's a fool. Pretty sure that's not what they were looking for out of the timeout.
I mean, I know you don't want to turn down open shots if that's what the defense gives you, but get a stop. Christian Doolittle's on fire, playing like he should with being the only import on the floor. I don't want to tell John really how to coach, but I will be subbing around JLA and Christian Doolittle. Them 2 guys are playing 32+ minutes for me, and everybody else will rotate around.
10 unanswered points for the Wildcats. They're going on another run as we head to quarter time. That's good from Mawat Mag and Ariana. You were listening into Adam Ford in that timeout.
That's right. Coach Ford still believes that the Wildcats are absolutely having their way and getting whatever they want. But guys, I really believe that it starts with the team and the players themselves. I don't know if it's Jack McVay or who as the leader steps up and brings them all together, because the body language doesn't look very good right now for the Taipans.
You know what, Ariana? It's because losing becomes a habit. And it shouldn't have to come from Jack McVay because he's not in uniform. It's got to come from somebody that's on the floor. They got to put their personal, I guess, goals to a side and just have a team ego. And right now, they are lacking any real bite.
So where does that come from in that case? As you said, no Jack McVeigh tonight, no Sam Wardenberg still. So who takes ownership, Damon? Who becomes the leader of this team based on what they've got out there?
I'm going to put it to Andrew Andrews. You're the import point guard. Most point guards are like an extension of the coach on the floor. So I'm going to demand, whether that's your personality or not, whether you inform or not, I need leadership out of you.
He's Latmayan, no good. Luala Chul is a monster.
What is JLA's career high? Somebody tell me. Whatever it is, I hope he breaks it tonight.
One only guys comes up.
Please hold.
I'm standing by. Now JLA there's no matchup out there for him, Jack. And this is all due respect to Marcus Lee, who's a great defender, but JLA is a professional bucket getter. He can score from everywhere on the floor.
It's interesting too, Damon, with this version of Joe Luala-Chul that we're seeing. The last couple of times we've seen him here in the NBL, he's been trying to win a spot in the NBA. He's been on the periphery, where now at 29 and with a 2-year deal for the Wildcats, it looks as though he's locked in. He's comfortable here, and looks like he's here on a mission.
Yeah, he's tested the international waters, and I'm sure he's still got NBA as Andrew Andrews gets a tough bucket to go. But JLA also, Jack, when he was playing for Melbourne United, that was a deep team. Maybe played 22 to 25 minutes a game, whereas now he can play big minutes in Perth. So hopefully this is going to be a career year for him.
Andrews makes the extra. Drags it back to 11, and without being super negative on Cairns, but this has become a familiar pattern for them as well. They've only won 2 first quarters for the season, so in a lot of these games, they're playing catch-up.
They are. They're not getting off to good defensive starts.
Side out.
And this is a professional league. It's no cupcake league, as our mate always said. So until you start winning, Cairns can never be really taken seriously. So it's up to them to carve out the reputation that they want.
Wildcats have lost 2 in a row. They've won 3 in a row prior to that, which is the puzzling part about them. We've seen some good basketball, but it's deserted them in the last couple of weeks. Time for Rain Smith to fire away. Ooh! Making it rain on a Wednesday night in Cairns. Big bucket to end the first quarter. And something for the Taipans to smile about as they head to quarter time as well. 30 to 22. This is the Hungry Jacks Ignite Cup, presented by Disney+.
An 11-point lead was cut to 8 on a Rain Smith prayer to go into quarter time. Now, right now, the Cairns Taipans, they are leaking like a sieve on defense. You've been there, done that every single time. How do they get out of it?
I don't think I've been there, but I know what you mean. But listen, they're too quiet, man. There needs to be a voice on the floor. I think Damon spoke about it. Did you get tired of hearing the coaches talk? You need a player to come in and say, hey, let's pull it together.
And Damon, to answer your question, 33 is JLA's career high against Brisbane. And for Doolittle, it was 37 in that greatest game we saw. Both could be in trouble.
Wow.
Both could absolutely be in trouble.
The way it's going, they're shooting 60% from the field. And there's a way to identify the mismatch. Christian Doolittle took Andrews down to the paint. JLA made a good pass in there, drew a foul. But Jack, we talked about how Jaren really gets to start. The Perth Wildcats had 0 turnovers in the first quarter. Because this guy just knows how to run a show.
He's a plus 11. So for those who love the plus-minus game, John Riley's son, Jaren, is like the plus-minus god of the NBL.
Yeah. Getting the job done.
The young seed.
This young seed.
I'm not sure that flies for the family-friendly Ignite Cup, to be honest, but, I mean, we have Felix hosting, so we take our life into our hands every Wednesday. Oh, Willie travels.
Spoke too soon. First turnover for the Wildcats. Good defense by Andrew Andrews. Sorry, Jack.
No.
Good to see Sunday Detch out there. Was battling a calf complaint all off-season.
First game of the season last weekend. We saw him for 10 minutes, but really, really smart, savvy signing by the Wildcats in the off-season. Schofield lost the handle. Look how quickly they get set offensively, and it results in a wide-open 3 for Detch.
Sunday Detch was always wondering how is he going to be able to fit into the rotation. Now that Mason Jones is out, Sunday's going to obviously play himself into some fitness and into some form. But he's a 3-and-D guy. Can D you up and can make a 3-ball. This gives Johnny really another weapon.
Here's the Amy replay.
Gets the steal, gets the deflection, sprints the lane. Cairns nowhere to be found in D transition. Cash.
Looks very nice on the Amy replay. Ariana Prather.
That's right. I was listening into the Wildcats huddle, and we talk about who the leader for the Taipans is for the Perth Wildcats. That is JLA. He said, we are not playing like us. He was not happy with the way that they ended that last quarter. You saw my pregame interview with Doolittle. He didn't even smile when I said happy birthday. He wants to win. These Wildcats are hungry, and JLA is getting them together.
I can't believe he didn't have a birthday cake. Well, you're never too old for a birthday.
Never.
Surely.
He's all about his business.
Jaren really also subbed out of the game. 3 fouls. Nice take from Andrews. So Dante Russo-Nance, even though he didn't start tonight, he's going to have to play a lot of minutes in this half.
Surprised that Jaren really allowed himself to get in foul trouble like that, but nevertheless, 20-year-old Dante Russo-Nance. Your turn.
Let's pull the trigger. Back-to-back threes. They've just got answers.
Answers everywhere. Hey, Hools. What do you recommend? Sunday Detch now playing himself into some fitness. Where does he fit into the rotation?
It's a really good question because I think they need a point of attack perimeter defender. When they play Bryce Cotton, that's the Sunday Detch matchup, so he's going to take a lot of those 2-guard minutes. I'm more impressed with Jaren really smart, getting himself in foul trouble with a +14. You can't go down when you're on the bench. Real smart.
There's Schofield down the middle.
Johnny really said, whoa, everybody calm down. That's a little bit too easy. Let's chit-chat. Good job by the Taipans. Get a stop and run.
They're staying in touching distance, which is the main thing. Timeout called, 7:16 remaining in the half.
Hey, from everyone, it's been a lot of doom and gloom about the Cairns Taipans here leaking on defense. But as Jack said, this is an 8-point game. They are well and truly in this.
Absolutely. Pete just talked about Sunday Ditch playing defense. Bryce Cotton gave them 49 twice last year. You remember that? We were there, that lady. Remember that?
Yeah, he was injured for one of them.
Oh,
he didn't play at all.
Well,
No, I understand what you're saying, but yeah, this is interesting because we've got to remember, as good as Perth were in the first quarter, they're coming off really bad losses too. So they haven't figured it all out themselves. They're still to figure out their rotations. Cairns can score the ball. We know that. But who wants to defend, who wants to be hungrier is going to win this game.
Teams go on runs as well. They're shooting 66 from the three-point land, the Wildcats. So you do have to weather the storm, and it looks like the Taipans have started to do that, and they're rolling certainly back into the game.
And again, what will help them be able to show some sort of defensive identity is making Perth have to take the ball out the net.
Right.
If they can score the ball, they can at least get some sort of structure. Missed shots, long rebounds, turnovers, every team's just going to run on them.
In order to do that, though, you got to move the ball around, make Perth play some defense, man, and get a good shot.
Right now, they're getting a little hot from the outside as well, 50%. 36% from the three-point line. What do you most want to see from Cairns Taipans to just round out and continue this momentum going?
I want to see them hold the Wildcats under. I don't want to see the Wildcats get to 50. If they can hold them 14 points in the next 7 minutes, I think they'll be relatively happy.
Keep them off 50, Jack.
That's the plan. If you're a Taipans fan, things are starting to look a little better. Chris Reed, a late whistle in favour of Joe Lawalachul.
Uh-oh. Admiral Schofield's hobbled. That is the last thing. Man, the injury bug can kick rocks this season, Jack. Every single team sees it. Well, except Melbourne United. Oh, no, they copped it too. Hopefully, what does that look like? He's grabbing his shin. I'm sure Ariana will find out for us. But they're going to have to do it by committee, the Cairns Taipans. They don't have a real go-to scorer like the Jack McVay with him being out that you can just give the ball to. So it's going to be paramount. They literally, like Coach said, move the ball, get it through some hands, run your stuff.
$10 points for Joe Lawalachul. Reminder, he had 30 when the teams played on October 10 here at the Cairns Convention Centre. On that night, Damon, Perth, I should say, were 2 of 19 from long range and still won the game.
Yeah, that's hard to do. Yeah, that game could easily went either way. Tell me what happened, Jack. I can't watch it. It's in slow-mo.
Yeah, I forgot you're a bit squeamish like that. Yes, he's just stood on the foot of Christian Doolittle and rolled the ankle. So,
okay.
Yeah.
So he'll be back.
Hopefully not too bad.
Hopefully it's not like Dylan Windler's ankle, because sometimes you think it's only a sprained ankle and it turns out to be a little bit more severe.
Interesting that you're squeamish and you won't watch injuries, but you'll walk around your neighbourhood all day with 20 kilograms strapped to your back.
I don't mind injuring myself.
So 30-38. If you have just joined us, Cairns have done well to remain in the hunt, but they're breaking down here, and this guy is breaking them apart strand by strand.
Cairns Taipans off that free throw went to a full court trap. I just don't know if you can do that these days in a professional league. You see what happened. They break it easy. JLA gets an easy layup.
Higgins-Titcher tucked away in the corner. Christian Doolittle and Joe Lawalachul Jr. had 23 of their 40 points in the game so far for the Wildcats. 2 of their stars are on full show. And they have not got a matchup for this guy.
They don't, Jack. These guys are in a perfect frame of mind. Christian Doolittle knows that he has to do some heavy lifting. When he's got Dylan Windler out there, when he had Mason Jones, he's probably trying to pick his spots. But we saw what he did last season. This guy can score the ball. This would be the perfect game for him to get his mojo back.
Averaging 11 points, 7 rebounds. So certainly not horrible numbers. Last year, averaged 16 and 7. Year 1 of a brand new 3-year deal. In the new era of the Perth Wildcats, this guy is the new face of the franchise.
Yeah, he is. I mean, it has to be somebody. But they're not going to have that massive, iconic face of the franchise. But definitely got us committed to the state of Western Australia, and I think they're gonna love him back for quite a while.
JLA comes out, has 2 fouls, so not willing to risk a third at this stage in the game. Higgins-Titcher misses everything.
Now, normally I wouldn't say help out of that corner 1 pass away, but David Aquera is thinking that Alex Higgins' is not going to make him pay.
He would be correct.
He was correct in that instance.
Based off that. 4 of 13 for the game, Cairns.
Everybody standing. Too much standing.
Andrew's trying to bark instructions. His jumper's deep. Here's Elijah Pepper. Some trouble shooting his own on Sunday, 2 of 10. That stroke is pure when he gets it going, though.
Johnny Rudy said he's been waiting for the NBL 1 Hall of Famer to catch fire.
Wayne Smith trying to respond at the other end. Hull said it that he'd love to see Perth stay under 50. I think that's in serious jeopardy with 5 minutes and 10 seconds left. Head gets after it. Nice hustle play for the next up. Perth reload. A lead by 14 here in the Ignite Cup. Doolittle will again be on the line shooting free throws.
You can just tell how aggressive he is. Everything he's doing out there. Christian Doolittle sitting on 12 points, 5 of 6 shooting. He is not letting any defender relax on him.
Hungry Jacks, NBL Ignite Cup. Each and every week we're turning up the heat with Ignite the Fuse every Wednesday. 11 exclusive offers will drop, Jamin, but you've got to jump quick. It's only for 24 hours. Tickets, merch, discount offers. You never know what's coming. A trip to Vegas with Copes. Everything's up for grabs.
Snooze, you lose. So, Ignite the Fuse.
Yeah. Not bad. Not bad.
I'm going to trot it out every Wednesday. $15-point deficit on your home court. One thing Cairns do not want to do is Admiral Schofield checks back in. You don't need one pass offense. One guy dribbles the life out of the ball while 4 guys stand around and watch. That is not what they need. Like that. You better make it. Good turnaround jumper, but Jack, what I'm saying is that's a shot that if you miss it, nobody's touched it. It's too terminal, and I don't know if that's a recipe for winning this game. Is Elijah Pepper is heating up.
He's igniting the fuse. Sorry to steal what you're saying.
Let me go to you, Copes. I know you was a one-pass shot man yourself, but do you think this is sustainable for the Taipans?
Not at all. You got to move that ball around. You got to make them play some defense because Perth are playing for business right now. They're not messing around.
So Adnam, Schofield, Cody Statman in for his first minutes. Andrews and Galloway out there for Cairns. Russo Nance, Doolittle, Kolku Hegg, Aquera and Pepper out there for the Wildcats. The 5 on the floor right now would be an unbelievable Scrabble score for the Perth Wildcats with Russo Nance, Doolittle, Kolku Hegg, Aquera and Pepper with 3 Ps.
Oh, yeah.
1.9 for Cairns. Adnam doesn't get that jumper to stick. Oh, put it up. He doesn't need much of an invitation. Pepper dances into the lane, and they've got a fitting.
This is the Elijah scoring Pepper that a lot of people in NBL 1 West saw. Hasn't quite transitioned to the NBL yet, but he's on his way today.
8 points in 7 minutes for the runner-up in the NBL 1 West MVP, Elijah Pepper.
Cody Statman is a player that I had in the preseason picks, which I don't even know if I'm going to do next season, Jack. I really don't know if I can keep doing this preseason game. But I had Cody Statman as the 6th man of the year. I saw that. Yeah. I just thought, given their roster, saw what he did in the blitz. Looked like Adam Ford has some trust in him. A 6'8" combo guard that can score. So he's got him out there on the floor right now. Let's see if he gets some extended minutes.
Doubleheader coming up tomorrow night. The Breakers and the Bullets first up, and then Southeast Melbourne and Sydney at John Cain Arena. That is a night of hoops where you should put the kids to bed or get them babysat and just get comfortable.
Yeah, it's all happening.
Very hard to win Sixth Man of the Year if you're getting DMPs.
If you're the 9th man on the team, it's hard to win the 6th man of the year.
That's true. Schofield launches 4 of 7 for the Illinois native.
Oh, come on, Pep! The spin and the dunk! Okay, Elijah Pepper's in his NBL 1 bag. He said his bag translates now, Jack. Some of these guys, I thought that backcourt was jammed. You take the import out, and all of a sudden, the guys got a little bit more freedom. That leash becomes a little bit longer. Ooh, bad foul. Bad foul by Dante.
Talk us through this one, Damon. Here's Elijah Pepper.
Yeah, in transition, hit it with the spin move and dime to the Frenchman. I believe that's his first points of the NBL season.
It most certainly is, the young next star. Elijah Pepper, Pete, saw a lot of him in NBL 1 West. His numbers were video game-like. But as Damon said, hasn't had a huge start to this season. Bulls must be eating popcorn or something, is he? Or back in the
No, I'm
studio?
here. Don't worry about that.
There we go.
They're all kind of playing for that similar rotation spot, right? With Sunday Dets back, him, Henschel, Russo Nance as well. But this is the Elijah Pepper we came to know and love from NBL 1. And I tell you what, he is just loving feasting on this non-existent defense from the Taipans. Everyone can have a feel of that.
Averaging 36 points across the NBL 1 West season. Doolittle changes his mind. Playing the Warwick Senators. Russo Nance, shot clock at 5. That goes.
They used up the whole shot clock, too. I don't mind it. I mean, it was a tough one-on-one shot for Dante, but at least they made Cairns Taipans play defense. And he hasn't been shooting the ball well from deep, but I still like a lot of his attributes, Jack. I feel like he's got a bright future.
Lead is 18. Schofield living out on the perimeter. That doesn't go. Andrews, repeat look.
Best time to shoot a 3-ball after an offensive rebound. Good job by Kyron Galloway.
Although, Damon, is it basically the 3-ball or nothing right now for Cairns?
That is exactly what it is, Jack, and that's unfortunate. They don't really have a post player. They don't have a mid-range guy like a Jack McVeigh that can score from the elbow. Oh, Pep! Calm down. The guy's a scorer. Let's make no mistakes about it.
Thinks he's playing against Geraldton tonight. Treating him with contempt.
If you can score, you can score. Now, obviously, he hasn't scored a lot since the season started, but you can just tell by those kind of moves right there. He's done this before.
54-39. Elijah Pepper on the line, Felix.
Now, Jack, you've got to remember the Ignite Cup scoring system. It works quarter by quarter. So the Perth Wildcats at home went down to Brisbane and they didn't win a single quarter. So they're going to be out here. There's only 4 games, I believe, for each team across the Ignite Cup. So they're going to be looking to win all 4. So if the Cairns Taipans don't pick it up, it could get ugly in the second half.
They've got some work to do. We're going to break it all down with the boys back in the studio at halftime. Cairns defensive woes will be a discussion point again. Just do little fumbles that rebound.
Cairns Taipans are shooting 28% from 3. They have 18 three-point attempts and 33 total shots. Now let's just do the math. You taking more 3s than 2s and you're shooting a worse percentage. You would try to find other ways. Now, I'm not saying turn down wide open 3s, Jack. I don't want to be misconstrued, but they got to find other ways.
It's not sustainable, is it? It's certainly not against the good teams.
Not against the good teams. And they're sitting 2-5 right now, and you can't put all this on not having Sam Wardenberg and not having Jack McVeigh, because this is what they've been doing all season.
And there are other teams with injuries. Melbourne have got no Shea Ely. Tasmania have got no David Johnson.
Every single team is going through it, and every team has to find their own scoring identity. And right now, I don't think the Cairns Taipans have found one that actually is sustainable.
Not for the first time this season. They are going to be a long way back at the main break. But they are the sort of team, Cairns, that can get hot and reel it in.
Yeah, you don't want to ever relax regardless.
Andrews will fall away three. Galloway with the rescue mission. Minimal movement from the Taipans. They settle for another three. Offensive rebound and hustle by Statman. Great work from the youngster.
6'8" Cody on the glass. Couple of offensive rebounds in that possession.
Let's go, fellas. Let's go.
Adam Ford has my full permission to get in the locker room and move some furniture around. Guys are not getting the message. Allowing the Perth Wildcats to shoot at 63%.
They needed a basket, and Cody Statman provides. Shot clock's been switched off. Last play of the first half. Perth are going to enjoy a healthy advantage as they head to the locker room. A chance to inflict one final blow. Three ball in the corner goes from Lat Mayen. It is a really, really good half of basketball for the Perth Wildcats, and they have got 60 on the board. And an 18-point lead over the Cairns Taipans.
60 points on the road is phenomenal by the Perth Wildcats and abysmal, no other way to say it, by the Cairns Taipans. They just didn't come out with the right defensive attitude, Jack. And now they're paying for it. Good to see Lat Mayen. He hasn't been shooting the ball all that well and playing that many minutes, but when he's out there, he's ready to be aggressive. Good to see him knock it down.
Let's get to Ariana Prather.
3 games in 7 days. 3 games in 7 days, and you guys have been facing a lot of criticism from fans. How happy are you with your response in that first half of basketball?
Yeah, I mean, I think we're just happy as a team. See the ball go through the rim. We're connected right now, so, it's easy to say things are good right now, but when some adversity hits, you got to keep it going.
The Taipans are going to want to respond in that second half in front of their home fans. How do you make sure they don't get back into this ball game?
Yeah, kind of same thing. We just got to stay together. They'll make a run. Basketball's a game of runs, so we just can't split once that happens.
Good luck.
Thank you.
My man Jaron really looking like he's straight out of Dazed and Confused right there. The American accent's a bit jarring because we know he's an Aussie there. But hey, right now, they're getting absolutely belted, the Cairns Taipans. By the front court, JLA and Doolittle. But who on the Cairns Taipans? Show me a player that's capable of guarding them.
Well, it's down to the three-point line, and we've seen a lot of blowouts this season. It all can be tracked down to the three-point line. Believe it or not, this is the worst 2 3-point shooting teams in the league. Cairns are coming in shooting 28% from 3, Perth 25, but they're shooting 64% in that first half, 7 of 11, 25% from Cairns. There's the ball game.
I don't know what the message is going to be. I mean, you don't play any defense, you can't shoot threes, you're probably not going to win a lot of games. That's the God's honest truth.
I'll tell you what Adam Ford's going to say during the half. I can't say it right now because I can't say those words on TV, but I'll tell it when we cut to a break. Second half, not far away. Oh, we've all seen it. National Geographic, the gazelle sprinting off in the distance, the cheetah chasing it. Well, the gazelle, it's got a broken damn leg, and the cheetah is hungrier than ever, and there is no guessing which one is which. Right now, the Perth Wildcats coming off a loss. They want to taste victory, and the Cairns Taipans, 4 losses in a row. I don't think they remember what a win tastes like. They need to get the taste back, and it certainly didn't happen in that first half.
And they've had a couple of close ones, right? We're talking about the honourable losses. They fought hard, but this is not going to get it done. And again, it might be time in this game just to put the three-point shot away. Just try something else.
Absolutely. Move the ball around. Stop coming down jacking threes because you're missing. And Perth are getting the ball, running out, getting what they want. Pepper shooting well, Doolittle shooting well, JLA shooting well.
Hey, last week, it was Bryce Cotton in the backcourt. This week, it's whoever's playing in the front court. Hey, I can eat a bit more popcorn, and maybe I'll jump out there and get some buckets. Yeah, maybe that's not. But right now, Doolittle looks about 7 foot tall, and the great Carly.
He's been aggressive, man. Look, we said that. He's the only import on this team. John really had that talk with him like he did last year. He came out and went 5 for 5 straight away. He's putting the ball in his hand. JLA get into foul trouble. Give him the ball, let him go to work.
And my only issue with this is, where's this the whole season? Because he's a mismatch guy, man. He's too strong. He can handle the ball. We've seen him shoot the ball at a really high rate the back end of last season. So I hope this sparks something for the back end of the season. We look at his Blackmores player profile right there. 15, 5 of 6. If he's got 15 of 5 of 6, Copes, what does that tell you?
He's not shooting the ball enough.
You've got to remember, there is also a lot of this because Dylan Windler out with injury, and he's coming up against a team, and I said it before, that right now they just do not have the cattle. They've got Wardenberg out of the game, but again, Wardenberg isn't a big, solid defender. You've got to worry for Cairns moving forward. Who is that guy for them?
I don't know.
I don't know if they have it, to be perfectly honest, but this is their shot chart, and again, a whole lot of X's. They are the second worst three-point shooting team in the league, 28%. 25% against the team right now that's shooting 64 is not going to get it done.
And I mentioned, too, when you're playing bad, who's the guy on the floor that's going to make some noise? What player is going to say, this is not good enough, fellas. Let's get together and get a stop. There's nobody. They're too quiet. It's a quiet team.
Okay, well, let's get a little bit louder when we're talking about tomorrow's action because the New Zealand Breakers are set to light it up, and that man PJC coming up against the Bullets, who, of course, have their own issues. But the Breakers, they're capable of playing some very good basketball when it's up with them.
Yeah, Brockington looked like he flicked the switch. What Jalen Adams are we going to get for the Brisbane Bullets? That's what I'm looking forward to because he was excellent last week. People still getting involved online, which is great. Hashtag Ignite Cup. And Brody, if you're watching, I know you are right now, you could have 30 in this game as well. Just suit up for any team playing against Cairns.
Hey, Brody, thanks for watching, my brother. Southeast Melbourne taking on the Sydney Kings as well. The Kings starting to find their feet a little bit. People like to write them off. Again, maybe it's because it's the NBL that they always say. But the Kings, I'm sure they're going to be having something to say towards the back end of the year.
Is Gordon going to stay on the floor? That's what I want to know.
He's not going to get ejected ever again.
Will he get kicked out of the game?
Hey, you know what happens when a guy like Gordon gets ejected? He kicks up a fuss, everybody else does, and he never gets ejected again. Okay. He can come out in tomorrow's game and say whatever the hell he wants.
Do a backflip.
Hey, tell you who else needs to do a backflip? The Cairns Taipans. They got to get themselves back into this ball game if they want to keep this season alive. Dominance from the Perth Wildcats, and it's been this man, JLA, and his front court partner, and Christian Doolittle, that just been dominating the front court of the Cairns Taipans. It hasn't been pretty, viewing an 18-point lead to the Perth Wildcats and the Cairns Taipans. Well, they were lit up by Bryce Cotton last week, and right now, the Perth front court doing it all again. Peter Hooley, Leonard Copeland, the Cairns Taipans, they're going to either find out a way to grow an inch to guard this man or find out some other way to stop him from pouring in the points.
Yeah, they're going to have to junk it up defensively. I feel like that's something that could spark some energy, but they've had multiple games now in a row where they've tried to get a comeback and it just hasn't helped.
Well, we can sit here and chop it up for hours, but it is up to the Cairns coaching staff, and Ariana Prather is downstairs with Michael Lake.
I'm here with Cairns assistant Coach Lake. Coach, happy birthday, first and foremost. I know the best gift would be you guys turning this around and pulling off a win. How do you get that done?
Absolutely. Well, it's all defense. 60 points and a half is not good enough. We feel like we're scoring the ball okay at 42 ourselves, but they're shooting at 65% from the field, 65% from three. We just got to make defensive adjustments to get the job done.
Definitely starts with defense, but on offense, who do you think needs to step up to get you guys going?
I wouldn't say there's one person. I think we're trying to play, obviously, a team game. Sko's been playing a bit of a different role with Jack being out, so he's done his job. Obviously, Marcus trying to get on the rim, score from inside. Drew has had a kind of a quiet start, but he started to get going. So it's not one person. Collectively, we've got to all pick it up.
Thank you, Coach, and happy birthday.
All right, thank you.
God damn, whose birthday isn't it down there?
It's actually my daughter's birthday, so happy birthday to you.
Is she at the Cairns Convention
No,
Centre?
but I'm waiting for Ariana to send her a message at this point.
Someone, it's everyone's birthday. Everyone's getting a happy birthday, Jack.
Ariana knows everyone's birthday, Dane. I barely know mine. I know my wife's, though.
I bet she
Because
better not
she's
forget. She better not forget about mine.
First 2 or 3 minutes here, crucial for Cairns. Systematic offense from Perth to start the third.
If we get a replay of that, I know it's early in the third quarter, but this is good offense. We see a lot of the teams doing similar actions, pick and rolls and dribble handoffs, which leads to probably a lot of threes being shot. But if you look at what Perth did just then, Benny Hinchell came off some type of cut from the top, opened up the whole key, and then he got some movement in the corner from David Aquera. So they don't have to rely on everybody hanging around the three-point line. That was a good offensive set.
A reminder that every quarter is worth a point here in the Ignite Cup, presented by Disney+. Perth have won both so far.
Handoff, you cut. Handoff.
Back up top to Andrews. Shot clock at 5. Denied by Luala Chul. Really runs the floor.
Good kick out.
Beautiful pass for Henschel.
Wow.
Splash.
Great basketball. Andrews thought for some reason that JLA was just going to let him shoot a layup. That is not what he does. Got on a transition. Good ball moving by Jaron Riley. And Benny Hinchell rewarded him. And Schofield puts one right between the eyes of Doolittle.
They put on 8 points in the blink of an eye, Perth, to start this quarter. With minimal resistance. That's better from Galloway.
Much better. JLA likes to go right. That's the scouting report. Kyron Galloway is long, lanky shot blocker himself. He can give JLA a little bit of trouble on the perimeter.
Here we go.
12 points. A couple of assists for JLA. Still chasing that career high 33, which in the first 5 or 6 minutes of the game looked in real danger. Aquera inside for Luala Chul. This is a close one. Aquera puts it back and thought he was fouled.
Good extra pass. David Aquera is being real active on the glass.
Game high 24-point lead. Perth in control here. That's a nice pass from Rain Smith, and Higgins Titcher takes care of the rest.
Good penetration by Rain. They want to try to get inside the key and try to draw some fouls, change the momentum of this game.
Marcus Lee at the scorer's table. Really checking, too little short on that jumper. Wildcats and Schofield got a little caught up in back play as well, so 4-on-4 up ahead. Andrews for Galloway.
Good penetration and kick out by Andrews. And Kyron Galloway just quietly going about his work, Jack. Hitting threes, getting blocks on the defensive end, getting offensive rebounds, earning the coach's trust.
6 and 5 for Kyron Galloway. Admiral Schofield a little frustrated that he's not getting the whistles.
There's other things you worry about.
Scoreline being the primary concern. Henschel gets away from Rain Smith. Little dump off for the Wildcats. Second opportunity, Wildcats. Really no good.
You, Marcus. Baseline. 24.
Foul on Marcus Lee, so that's his third.
Oh, Cope's about to fall out of his chair over there. Marcus has to stay on the court. He's already coming off the bench, and he still got himself in foul trouble. He let JLA outwork him and get front position. Had no choice but to push him in the back.
Really off the inbound. Smart play, can't score. 7 points on 2 of 5. His first career start. The Wildcats, they've got another assignment this weekend. They've got Illawarra at home on Saturday night. Cairns a quick turnaround here at the Convention Centre. Friday night, they host the undefeated Melbourne United.
Well, anything can happen with the Illawarra game, and Melbourne United, I think we know what's likely to happen. Hey, fellas over there, 3 imports on the floor for Cairns and 1 on the floor for Perth. How come Cairns can't score more points?
Well, it's just not moving the ball around. Marcus Lee has been great the last 3 or 4 games offensively. He's only taken 1 shot because he's trying to stop JLA. And you got to be aggressive on the offensive end as well as the defensive end. But they need to move that ball around and stop shooting so many threes unless it's going in. I waited on that.
That's how it always works.
Unless it's going in.
52 to 68. Really, single figures in the shot clock as Henschel. Guarded by Rain Smith. This is a better defensive possession from Cairns, and it results in a tough shot.
Yep, they got to string defensive possessions together just like that. Force Perth into a bad, tough 3-point shot. And I would like to see them make Marcus Lee more of a threat as we look at the Amy replay. And Schofield, who is, look, he's just going to shoot threes. Let's just, everybody just get used to it. He's shooting 32% on the season.
Even though Coach told him not to.
Even though.
24, block the foul.
Offense is not the issue. It's the defensive end. So far, holding Perth Wildcats to just a couple of points. It's 8 points so far in this 3rd quarter.
And that blocking foul was on Marcus Lee, so that's 4 in 12 minutes. Unfortunately, foul trouble is haunting him.
You might as well just run straight to the bench.
I'm listening.
Yep.
Got it.
Yeah, Marcus is frustrated with himself. He just, some guys are foul magnets. Unfortunately, Marcus is one of them.
Here we go.
So do you like the idea of him coming off the bench, or?
Look, the way Kyron Galloway is playing, and like, don't get me wrong, Marcus Lee was playing some good basketball. This is just a change-up to be doing something. There you go, Admiral Schofield. There's other ways to get buckets, man.
They scored the last 10 in the Taipans. Add a bit of respectability to the scoreline.
but then you just gave up a very easy penetration. Admiral Schofield wants a review, saying it was a soft call.
And Kyron Galloway saying, don't review it.
Please don't.
Let's go. Hey. Time out, mate. Go to your time out, don't you?
That's just going to make us look on the replay again.
Take ball off now and go back to your huddle.
Admiral Schofield trying to argue his case. Mark Mills got bigger arms than Admiral Schofield, the referee, so choose wisely.
There's one ref you're going at, it's not Mills as well. But hey, all things considered, we have been singing the praises of Perth and we've been shooting down the Cairns Taipans. Now, the lineup is still not pretty. It's 14 points. But considering how bad the Taipans have played so far, they are still in this ball game. You've played a lot of basketball in Ard Copeland. You let a team somewhat hang around for long enough, they could go on a little bit of a run like they are now. It may be an unpopular opinion, but this game certainly is not over.
Absolutely. Look, let me tell you something. He must have had a strong conversation with them at halftime, because they certainly are coming out playing a lot better in this third quarter.
I like this challenge. They're going to win this challenge. No, there's not a foul. I was worried at the time because there's no way 40 could have seen it through all those players, but Andrew Andrews looks like he gets all ball from Wagstaff. He was so sure straight away. And because of this momentum run they're on right now, it's a really good challenge. I was concerned because, again, he's just trusting his players. There's no way.
Let me go on the alternative to that. The last thing you want to do, now it's successful, the last thing you want to do with the Taipans right now is call a timeout because you had all the momentum. Now, as much as they got the call, is that going to stifle the momentum that they were just charging with?
No, it'll be all right.
Well, they've done this the last couple of games, right? They've dug themselves in a hole and they've had moments where they've strung points together, but they've just been too far back. Let's see if they continue.
We could hopefully see a bit of a spirited second half here, Jack.
There's a bit of a spring in their step all of a sudden here, the home team.
A little bit of a pulse.
Trail by as much as 24. 14 at this stage of the game is manageable. They can chip away at this. Things have gone a bit dry for Perth in the third quarter.
Got us in a double. You can't, now come on now. Great offense by Perth Wildcats. Elijah Pepper goes up and sets the back pick, so they get the switch, and then they dump the ball inside it, which is exactly what you're supposed to do. And then Cairns watched Andrews play one-on-one the post on Doolittle.
17 for Christian Doolittle. Rain Smith's been quiet. He's fouled. One to come.
I like to see, as much as we're talking about Cairns Taipans and all these three-point shots they take, the guy that probably that should be taking the most of them should be Rain Smith. He's got 3. That's the guy I would like to see get open.
17 points last Saturday against Adelaide. 4 of 8 from outside. He's had a couple of games, Damon, where he's threatened. He's got going, but he hasn't really had a night where he's gone off yet.
It's because their offense is equal opportunity. I don't see any sets specifically designed for him.
Jesse Wagstaff out on the floor. 6-time NBL champion in season number 17. Doolittle drives. And he's shooting free throws.
I like that action Perth's got going. Doolittle on the move. Coming off of a nice little brush screen. Just downhill, which is right where he likes to live.
Have you jumped online yet at NBLstore.com.au? Checked out all the Indigenous jerseys that are available. We're going to see them across this and next week.
They are phenomenal once again. Stunning.
Doolittle misses the first.
Where's Hungry Jacks located in Cairns?
Oh, there'll be one.
Will they get them for free?
Wherever people in this country need to eat, there's a Hungry Jacks. Just can't eat yet.
No, not for free. Still go, though.
Oh, absolutely. Just be willing to pay full tote odds. 71-57.
Oh, Rain came off a triple screen. Thank you. That's the guy that should be getting the 3 balls, Jack. A triple screen. You know they mean business. They want you to shoot when they run that for you.
They're within 11, and they haven't been this close since the first few minutes of quarter number 2. Spirited fight back here from the Taipans. Pepper lays it up.
They let Pepper off the leash.
the basket that relieves a little bit of pressure for the Wildcats as well. They're feeling it.
Oh, they got into the same action twice. Good switch, though.
Smith reboots to Schofield. Great deep from Pepper. So Nance gets after it. And with Schofield, 16 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. He might be the difference.
Get on the rim.
He might be the man to try and push Cairns towards a victory. Can't score there. Wagstaff down. Oh, that won't stop Elijah Pepper.
I think Jesse caught a stray elbow. I see some blood down there. Yeah, he's open.
Oh,
yeah. A Schofield elbow at that, too. Yeah, Jesse looked like he caught one above the eye.
Oh.
That's a big elbow, too.
Yeah, that's the last guy you want to get hit from in any sort of contest. Get another look at it here. And straight away, too. Right across the eyebrow. Easiest part to split.
As you've been saying for years, that's why you don't play defense. That's why you keep yourself out of the way.
Well, I hope he's okay, because it's clearly gushing with some blood, and he stayed down for a while. Not only do you have to worry about fixing up that cut.
I'll tell you what, there is a lot of players in this league and in other leagues who would be down for the count right now. Jesse Wagstaff is as tough as they come, and he's also a bit sick for it. He's going to love having a couple of stitches in there. He'll rock up to practice, and they're going to have to drag him off the practice court, Leonard.
He's been around.
In order to go
He's
away.
been around forever.
And you never know. There's also the HII. It's a head-high hit. Is there going to be some concussion protocols here for Jesse moving forward to the next game? But, hey, for the Cairns Taipans, we're seeing it right now. They've gone on a little run. They're fighting back into the game. But who takes that shot? We've seen Schofield dribble the dots off the ball up the top. Rain Smith, he's a freshman. It's his first year in the league. He's probably not the guy that you rely on. Right now, we're seeing how much they need Jack McVeigh on the floor and how much they need Sam Wardenberg on the floor.
More importantly, though, they got some fire, though. You see them playing a lot better. They're playing as a team. They're not just coming down one pass, one shot. They're moving that ball around, making Perth play some
And I love to see them actually run that set for Rain Smith, right? You ran a couple of screens for your best shooter. Those kind of offensive sets are great. And I also love to see this. Cairns do this really well. They offer all the hands on deck to make sure that an opposition player is okay. And as you said, Felix, hopefully it's just a couple of stitches. Hopefully there's no concussion there, but
they better help him. Get hit by Mike Tyson, and everyone wants to help him.
It certainly wasn't a Mike Tyson type hit, but that man right there, Jack McVeigh, they need him on the floor right now. He is being paid the money that he's being paid to take the shots down the stretch. And right now, Jack, we just don't have him out there.
Just had a warning there too, Adam Ford.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Ryan.
15-point game. Cairns have done enough to hang around Ariana Prather. You were listening to Adam Ford.
That's right. Coach Forty was looking at his team. He looked at every single one of his players in the eye and said, are you good? Are you ready? Do you got this? And they all responded and said yes. They cut the ball game down to 11 points, so they're in this game. But I think off the court, they have a really big issue with the refs. You see Coach Forty just got warned after he tried to have Admiral Schofield's back. He was basically talking to the refs and say, why don't you like me? You just don't like me. You just don't like me. I don't think those are the type of battles you want to get into when it's such a big game like this.
Why don't you like me? Hey, look, he's not the only coach that we've seen have some run-ins with the referees lately.
No, it's Diggins' teacher. Dives and is fouled. Luala Chul wants to challenge this, and he might have a case.
Let's see. I'm going to need to replay one more time. It was a bang-bang kind of a play. JLA is trying to avoid foul trouble. Because if it stands, that's his 4th foul.
This is a big challenge. 77-60. What are we thinking here, Felix?
Oh, well, wait till we get the replay here. The boys next to me, they certainly jumped up as if it was clean. And Luala Chul is a good shot blocker. That's a tough one. I'll tell you what's in the dangerous zone of being a 50-50 call.
I'll tell you what, though, but this being his 4th foul is what the coach's challenge is for. He's very vertical.
It's all about whether he gets his hands on the ball first there.
It's all right there, straight up. He doesn't even come down, and it doesn't look like he grabs the wrist either after that. That looks like really good defense.
Devil's advocate here. I'm going to go with unsuccessful because that elbow makes contact first and it does come down a little bit.
Look at Felix, the referee over here.
I did feel a little bit there like I was given the official explanation. That's where I sit with it. I think the angle isn't definitive, and they're going to stick with the original call. Happy to be proven wrong, Leonard.
Well, you're used to that anyway, aren't you?
But right now, a credit to the Cairns Taipans. Look, while they are slowly fighting into this game, and it's still only a 1 point
I think it's successful.
difference. And
I think it's successful.
you know what I was
vertical.
And you know what I was trying to change the topic to something else while the decision came through. But as I've been saying the entire time, successful. A clear, clean block.
Good jump legal. It's good. No, I had the contact down the side. No, it's in an active shot. It doesn't matter. Jump ball here, guys.
John really sounding a little hoarse.
Here we go,
Yeah,
guys.
He's a fisherman's friend.
You would be screaming out. And Adam Ford is going back with Marcus Lee on his 4 fouls with 2.5 to go, as if to say, if you silly enough to foul out, then damn it, you don't need to be out there. So we'll see if Marcus can protect himself.
Confirmation, Joe Lualachul Jr. with 3 fouls to his name, not 4. After that successful challenge. Koku Hegg over the top of Higgins Titcher. A battle of the throws that the teenager wins.
And he is an athlete. Has not played a whole lot this season, still learning. He's still in the incubator, Jack, but he's going to be something.
This has been a good little period for Perth. They've scored the last 8.
Oh, no.
They're about to add 2 more. Turnover. 10 unanswered points for the Wildcats, and just like that, it's back out to a 21-point lead.
Just like that. That is disheartening. That was just a bad turnover by Andrew Andrews, which led to that break. And Elijah Pepper is going for his career high. He might already have it. Might have to check with Peter Hooley. He'll know. Did Elijah Pepper score over 15 points last year?
And 18 in round 2. I know that off the top of my head against Sydney. Not sure that he had one higher than that for the season. That was generally in a quarter in NBL 1 West in the off-season.
Don't get a charge. Good pick and roll play. I don't mind a pick and roll, Jack, if it happens later in the shot clock. When it happens in the first 5 seconds, it's too terminal for my liking.
Minute 30 before 3-quarter time. Cairns made a really big run at Perth, but the Wildcats have settled and got the game back on their terms. This Doolittle rips baseline. Koku Hegg into the paint, can't score. Got it again, and the next star with 1 to come.
Way to stay active on the glass, young fella. Patient on offense. They tried to go inside the JLA, who had Marcus Lee on him. It didn't work out, but he just kept active on the glass, got offensive rebound. Great minutes by the next star. That's definitely a flop, Warner.
Can I just have help with the number on the fouler from behind who hits him on the shoulder?
Perth now lead the quarter.
11, 10, shot. I take the contact, ball back. I'm outside.
It's interesting, Damon, just hearing that. So that's Andrew Andrews talking to referee Mark Mill.
You're going to hate my answer, I know, because it sounds like such a shitty cop-out answer, but I don't have that angle, so I can't give you an answer.
Admiral Schofield been animated. Adam Ford's been animated. I know it's an easy thing to say, but they've got bigger issues right now.
They got much bigger issues. And yes, Andrews did take some contact, but he's underneath the basket pretty much, so it's a no call for mine. But there's other things to be concerned about, like how come you're giving up so many offensive rebounds? How come how come your offense is so terminal at times? I think they're focusing on the wrong things.
6 points, 3 rebounds, plus 16. Make that 4 rebounds for Noah Koku Hegg. These are good minutes from the next star. Outlet pass to Lualachul, and he's got 16 of his own.
Be mad at that. Be mad at your transition defense. You come down no pass offense, shoot and miss, then give up a layup up the other end. Keep the same energy with your mistakes. That's all I'm saying, Jack. Respectfully.
I'm with you. I'm with you. Respectfully. I'm with you. Andrews. As Higgins Titcher left open.
1 pass offense. Just saying. You're down 23.
There are some big, big holes in the Cairns Taipans game at both ends of the floor. And they have been exposed yet again by the Wildcats. Pepper. Got it!
They woke him up. Cairns is the get-right team. This is the team you play when you're trying to get right. Elijah Pepper's confidence is through the roof.
26 points is the Wildcats' lead at three-quarter time, 88-62. They've won all three quarters in the Ignite Cup, presented by Disney+. The Wildcats in control.
Painted the picture of a gazelle being chased by a cheetah on the National Geographic Channel, and I got bad news. I got to update it. The cheetah's caught it, and it's devoured it. It's devoured its entire family. There is nothing left of the said gazelle. It's a 26-point margin. I don't think they're going to be coming back from here.
So the Wildcats' biggest scores recently, round 21 last year, they put up 122 on the Phoenix, and in round 12 last year, they put up 128 on Cairns. Both could be in trouble. And to answer your question, Damon, this is Elijah Pepper's equal career high, as Jack said, and he had a 17-point game outside of that, nothing else over 15.
Well, Johnny really started him for this fourth quarter, and I hope he plays him a full 10 minutes so he can earn his moniker, Jack, of an NBL 1 Hall of Famer, which is what his coach called him.
Felix kind of lost me a little bit when he started talking about the gazelle, and it sounded like it had such a nice story and it was graceful. And then the gazelle got murdered.
And his family.
All of them. Every single one of them gone. Ariana Prey, the courtside.
I was listening into the Wildcats huddle and talk about establishing culture and setting the standard. JLA still taking over. Bang, bang, JLA still taking over the huddle, and he told his team, we need to fight to the finish. Keep up all the hard work, and you see that slam right there. He is not taking the foot off the gas.
So, the NBL's version of Mike Breen right there. She's going to put us all out of business as she keeps going.
Gave JLA a double. The bang bang is Marcus Lee gets a lefty little hook to go.
90-64.
You got to set some type of defense. Yeah, they're going right to Pepper to see if he can get his. That one doesn't go. You want a defensive target if you're the Cairns Taipans. How many points are you prepared to give up this quarter? Can you hold them to, say, 15?
Statman stripped. Nice hands from Aquera. JLA has Marcus Lee in front of him with 4 fouls. He goes straight through and scores.
He's out of here. As we look at the angry replay,
Orange 24, hit. 1 shot.
Admiral Schofield gets his pockets picked. And JLA just runs the length of the court and gets an easy deuce. And as Ariana said, a bang, bang for the big man.
Sorry, Damon. Coach's challenge for Cairns. Probably a gamble from Adam Ford, otherwise Marcus Lee fouls out.
Yeah, I don't want to go 0 for 3, but as soon as that happened, I did think, where was the foul there? It looked like he kept his ground. It was a strong move, if anything, and no call.
Man, Marcus Lee needed to go to the locker room, take a shower, get in the car, and watch the 4th quarter at home. That's what he needed to do, man. Told you to stop doing that.
Well, let's have a look. JLA's just feeling really good about himself. He's a little slap at the end. So if he slaps him on the elbow, let's have another look here. There's nothing wrong with that. Right there.
Well, it depends what the referee has originally called.
No, that used to be
originally called. Has that been changed?
That has been changed. So it used to be, if he slaps him on that left elbow, the referee's right there, he would have hurt it as well. Unsuccessful. So,
bye, Marcus. Bye, Marcus.
Felix is 0 for 3. It used to be fair, if the referee calls a blocking foul there and you challenge that and it was a hands foul, you would win it, and then common sense prevailed and we changed that.
Go home, bye.
Me or Marcus Lee?
Marcus Lee.
Both of us. I'll tell you what, well, hopefully we can see a little bit of spirited play from the Cairns Taipans down the stretch, but right now it is all the Perth Wildcats, isn't it, Jack?
Are you 0 for 3?
Yeah, I'm 0 for 3. Yeah, I can't get to 0 for 5 because that's where we start getting to joke territory.
0 for is a really familiar territory for our man. 92-64. Jack McVeigh not playing tonight, Damon, through injury. Sam Wardenberg yet to play this season. Marcus Lee fouls out, and again, they are staring down the barrel of another 30-point loss. They've already had 3 for the season.
What's the record? We have to go to Peter Hooley to find out. What's the most 30-point beatdowns any team has ever had?
In 6 rounds.
If you're Jack McVeigh, you're sitting over there, you just, I don't even know what you do at training, Jack. What do you say? Like, this has to come from within. It's nothing Adam Ford can say. You need to rely on each player's individual pride.
Wow, Chul runs the floor, this time over Statman. He's got 22. He's trying to finish with a flurry.
JLA, from all reports, is the emotional leader of this team. Last year, one could argue that it was Ty Webster. I mean, we all know the other dude that was in that team last year that was clearly, you know, box office.
He was pretty good.
Yep. But right now, JLA is taking it upon himself to hold his team to a standard. As Cody Statman gets one to go.
Cody Statman with 7 points. Trying to play his way into some more minutes. So Russo Nance looks a little uncomfortable. Jesse Wagstaff already off the floor through injury. Luala Chul into the paint. It's as simple as that.
It's too easy. Dante, you can't be acting hurt, man. Don't be fouling to come off the game, man. There's playing time. You might have a little hit pointer or some type of stinger. We look at that, Jack. Round 1, 37 beat down. 31 in round 3. So 3 games out of the 7 30-point beat downs.
Damon, I don't care who you are. If you're a coach with that record to start the season, that is not good.
No, it's not good. It's, yeah. Rain Smith gets one to go. This is officially a training run for the Perth Wildcats. But they don't want bad habits to creep in. And one thing I got to give the Perth Wildcats credit for, Jack, is they've got 3 turnovers for the game. That is some high-level efficiency, treating the basketball with the utmost respect.
Right, had a query saying that 98 versus 96 here.
Adam Ford, this season was one that we were told was full of promise for the Cairns Taipans. They were going to open the coffers like never before. They were going to make decisions like the big clubs. They wanted to be treated like the big clubs. It's it's impossible to treat them that way based on what we've seen so far.
Yep, we can only go off of what you've shown us. And remember at the start of the season, Jack, we thought there was going to be so much parity in the league. And any team on any given day, yes, can still win. It's the young neck. Oh, he gave him the too small. What, Noah?
I like it. He's competitive.
Noah's 4 or 5 from the field with 8 points. He's putting his hand up for more playing time.
This kid was the MVP of the Adidas Next Gen tournament. He is competitive. He likes winning. He's going to be fun to watch. And Ben Henschel puts it beyond 30.
101 with 6:20 to go.
This is a training run, isn't it?
Yeah, now this is officially training run. We just don't want to see anybody get hurt. Hey, fellas, give me your NBA projections of the next star, young Noah.
#1 draft pick.
Well, I think he's going to continue to grow over the course of the season, but this is very promising, right? Find yourself into the rotation, be really effective in the minutes you're getting, and hopefully just builds confidence off that.
Yeah, he needs more time. Give him a little bit more time, let him play. But he's definitely got the skills.
Hey, Damon, if you're... Lenard was telling me he's never been involved with a beatdown before. Not to this nature.
Hang on.
If you are on this Cairns Taipans team, whether you're the captain of it, you're Jack McVeigh, let's say you are the alpha dog of this team. What are you saying to them tomorrow? What are you saying before you get on the bus?
I'm fighting my teammates. Because that's the problem. The problem right now isn't the Perth Wildcats, it's themselves. So in training, it's going to almost come to fight. Some of the blows. I've been on teams.
Old school.
Old school, Coach. So I've been on teams when things weren't going right. You have a losing streak. Nothing is funny anymore. You get to training, the guys start asking, call the foul like that. No, there are no fouls for the next 4 hours, and we're about to just about fight.
And you've got to give credit to the Perth Wildcats as well, because their ex-girlfriend in Bryce Cotton came out and he gave him a swipe multiple times, and he had a big night out
just to be clear
on the Taipans, and then they've come out tonight and had a real big answer to it.
Clarify it, Pete, for the people, please.
No, I'm clarifying because he said that coach said he's never had a beatdown. Chris Golding's first ever three-pointer in 2008 was playing against Lenard Copeland, and they won by 155 to 105.
I was in Adelaide, and I was on the bench, and it was my last year.
And you were 42.
And you know what? That year, I didn't even worry about training. I was on my tour. Just my last year.
What are you, John Farnham? Making your way around the country, venue by venue?
It was just like John Farnham.
I was in Adelaide last night, and your name carries weight on Hartley Street.
Yes, it does.
So you got your jersey hangs in the rafters at John Cain Arena. It also does at a couple of venues.
My shoes
across that
hang
beautiful
out.
precinct.
Look at that emotion there for Perth. This is, as we said off the top, Damon, they lost their last two by 22 and 17. They took a fair old whooping in the local media during the week, and justifiably so. This is a great response tonight.
It absolutely is. I love the way his teammates got around him. He's obviously putting the work in and training, just hasn't had the opportunity. But once he grabbed his opportunity, Jack, he was very, very nice with it. 3 ball by young Cody Statman, keeping things kind of interesting.
Keeping his name up there in the 6th Man of the Year conversation. No score for John. I keep calling him John, really. That's about the 4th time tonight I've done it.
Just called him the seed.
His father is quite famous as well, Jack, so I can understand that.
That is true. I'm hearing these voices in my head. 103-74. Perth in charge in the Ignite Cup. Four minutes left. Tomorrow night we are back. New Zealand and Brisbane, followed by Southeast Melbourne and Sydney at John Cain Arena. And then Friday night, this is the big thing for Cairns, is they've got
Melbourne United.
2 days, and then they've got Melbourne United.
Hey, Damon, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
John Willie's playing all these young guys now, and they're gaining a lot of confidence. Really, Pepper is getting his time, So what happens now when you bring in an import? You throw these guys to the bench and don't play them anymore, or how does that work?
Because they're trying to compete for a championship. I'm going to get this import in whenever he gets here, and I'm going to bring him up to speed as much as I can. Those young guys, these are just good reps for you guys. I can't put you in there, when real games start again, when I got my real kind of squad, but just be appreciative of these minutes you're getting right now and treat them with respect.
We are back in action. 4 minutes to go here in the Ignite Cup. And for the Perth Wildcats, Jack, we spoke how it's quarter-by-quarter scoring. When they lost their first game, they lost every single quarter. So they are out to get all 4 in this one and keep themselves in tension to go to the Gold Coast.
Yeah, this is very helpful for them. They should come away with a maximum of 7 from tonight.
Kyle Adnam put his forearm in the Lat man's chest.
Did that go in?
Brutal and ruthless call. Scoreboard
Here we
considered.
go.
Damon, you've got me in a rabbit hole of stats. Did you know that Joe Luala-Chul leads the league in hook shots made?
With how many?
And a hook shot.
Coming into this was 6.
Because JaVale McGee got at least 2 of them.
He's got 5. He's second. He's second. But if we're down a rabbit hole of stats, who would you think is leading the league in floaters?
Oh, that'd be Tyler Harvey.
He would be second.
Rain Smith.
I mean, Bryce Hamilton, the Tassie superstar.
Yeah.
Got a beautiful floater.
Yeah, you do.
Analytics has gone too far.
Who's leading the league in bricks? Felix Van Hoff.
Everybody just appreciate a real zinger from our man Leonard Copeland. Mr. Comedian over here.
We all did. The problem was you didn't. 29. Perth lead by. Ryan Galloway certainly tried his hardest, but it has been a difficult proposition trying to stop a dominant Joe Luala-Chul Jr.
And who they playing next, Jack? Melbourne United.
in 2 days' time.
I mean, wow. Like I said, Melbourne United's biggest challenge is going to be fighting off boredom.
Hey, we've all been around the NBL long enough. Anything can happen.
Anything can happen.
What are you saying?
I'm saying that I expect Melbourne United to win, but anything can happen. We've seen it time and time again. Last place beating first place.
Good kick out.
Really? For three.
Now, anything can happen, Damon. Would it shock you if I said that Melbourne United have lost 3 of their last 4 in Cairns?
No, that wouldn't surprise me because I remember those games. And there was this different Cairns Taipans teams as Kyle Adams is denied.
Well, they're just all having fun right now.
Get Thomas Jerovich a bucket.
Jerovich is out there.
Get Thomas Jerovich a bucket.
Well, mainly Leonard and Damon, you guys have all played in areas where you were the man. When you get to the end of the game, you've got to be giving the bench guys a bit of a go. There's some guys that have played heavy minutes that are putting up a lot of shots right now. You've got to get you guys that are only just subbing into the game. You've got to get them some looks.
That's 100%. Soon as because those guys train just like you do.
Oh, I know.
They get all those promotions. They have to go to all those promotions that the studs don't have to necessarily go to.
Oh, I know, Damon.
Did you not realise what he was saying? Because that's what happened when he was running around. When he'd come in now, he'd be like, all right, come on, guys.
Part of me didn't want to shoot the ball, though.
Oh, yeah, we could tell. Got him 6 of them. 30 seconds. Machine Gun Kelly over here.
Racist.
Henshaw.
Oh, man.
Turnover. And not a
Pass
from Henshaw.
You never want to fall like that.
Koaku Heg is okay.
Orange 10.
Little party trick from Benny H.
From his cheeks with the dime.
From what? From what, Damon?
Let's see. From the seat of his pants, Lloyd McVeigh ripped the no-look.
Looks like he used his hands to me.
Do not give these people burgers, Noah. It'll be the only flaw in this Perth Wildcats demolition job.
He says, wee burgers. In Queensland, Cobra slams. That's a little gift for the home fans. They haven't had much to smile about tonight.
No, they haven't. When you get there, make sure you tell them Noah sent you.
You get fries if you can spell his last name. Here's really Koaku Heg, that's out of play. We
We've seen a lot of teams, Jack, in the last previous rounds not be able to score over 80 points. I mean, just when you think you know something about NBL basketball, like we thought in the preseason that every team, that everybody's roster was kind of stacked. And we are seeing a lot of teams struggle to put 80 points on the board. What do you put that down to?
Well, this Cairns roster's not that bad. I mean, they are missing, not to make excuses, they are missing their two primary scorers tonight, but they are only averaging 77 points a game across the season.
So they need 4 imports. Would Larry let us have 4 imports?
I'm not sure. Maybe if the 4th was LeBron. That was in game number 250. He's fouled.
Yeah, milestone games haven't been so kind to a couple of people. Hopefully Kyle's 251st game will be a better result.
It'll be against one of his former teams. Friday night against Melbourne United.
Hopefully Kyle's 252nd game will be a better result.
That's against Brisbane. Full credit to Perth, they've been outstanding. They will head home. There's no easy way to get from Cairns to Perth, but they will head home. Confidence back to where it needs to be ahead of Illawarra on Saturday.
And you just got to get wins. Some wins going to be ugly, some wins going to be pretty. I want to put this one in the pretty category, considering the way they went about it. And teams just want to be able to jockey for position because things are going to get hectic later on in the season. And you don't want to be looking back in round 6 about games that got away from you.
Interested to hear the boys post-game at Ignite Cup HQ. Cairns now 2-6. To me, it's come a point in the season now where there has to be some pretty critical analysis of the Taipans.
No, we wouldn't be serious if we didn't.
I'll give them some credit right now because that women's decibels has not gone down at all throughout the entire game.
Is someone getting attacked in the stands? One of the greatest moments in commentary ever when Corey got up from his commentary. Corey Homicide Williamson told someone to be quiet in the crowd. He said, "No disrespect, ma'am, but we're going to have to cut it with the screaming."
Walker head turns the corner. Nice little step too. He will get some confidence tonight, which is good to see. 8 points, 4 rebounds, plus 24.
Now, this is a good effort for him. Good to see Johnny really rewarded him 2 of these minutes because he put him in early, Jack. He didn't put him in junk time. It was clearly junk time now, but he came in when the game was still relatively hot. As Lockie Barker gets one last bucket to go, and let's get out of here.
The Wildcats charm the Snakes for the 2nd time this season. 110-78, the final score. They put the beat down on Cairns for the 2nd time this year. Joe Luala-Chul, outstanding as our footlocker player of the game. 24 points, 10 of 16 from the field. He took it upon himself to be the man.
He did as he pleased. There was no real resistance there. Kyron Galloway made him work for a couple of those buckets, but JLA's on another level.
Hold on just a moment here.
Whoa. Let's get it on, because we don't get along.
Admiral Schofield and first Lat Mayan, and now Joe Luala-Chul.
Walk away, don't get suspended. Don't get suspended.
Things have really boiled over now. It's the Perth Wildcats who are coming away with a big win, but Admiral Schofield has touched a nerve with a couple of the Wildcats, and this is far from finished.
This ain't the time to fight. The time to fight was earlier. This don't count. None of this counts. Everybody just walk away. None of this counts.
Lat Mayan and Schofield were the first 2 to start talking, and then Luala-Chul Jr. came over.
Nigga, you went to the juice shit. This ass, nigga.
sidewalk out the same way too in Cairns, so I think the smartest thing would be just
One staircase. Everyone goes down that
one
staircase.
team go right now.
There's also only one good nightclub in town, so you know this is going to be popping off long after the cameras are gone.
Just foolish to say something like that.
Just don't need it after such a poor performance from the Taipans, a great performance from the Wildcats. I wonder what set him off. I haven't seen that from Admiral Schofield.
Hey, well, it took us 40 minutes, but we got some action.
Tired of losing. That's that fight Damon was talking about. Just not with
Damon,
the other
I
team.
know you're big on that sort of stuff. That you said I'm fighting my teammates. Unfortunately, fought the other team. But you know what? If I'm the Cairns Taipans, you don't like to see that. But a little bit of emotion after a loss like that, maybe not the worst thing.
Nah, I think it's the worst thing because it don't count now. Now it don't count.
You can carry it over into next week.
Ariana Prey, the courtside.
That's right. Well, that was fun. But I feel like when you checked into the ball game, Elijah, you really ignited the spark offensively that got your team to win by 20 plus tonight. How good does this response feel from your team?
It feels great. You know, coming off a tough game, last one, it was great to come out and give a little bit of a spark, as you said, and get the guys going. And once shots start going in, it kind of just flowed into it all and ended up just keep going.
I think the fellas and I are most impressed with only 3 turnovers on the night. How do you carry over that efficiency into the next game?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a little bit of, we're all being aggressive, but it's smart aggressive. It's one of those things where if we're passive, obviously you're not going to have turnovers, but you got to be aggressive and willing to score and make that mistake. But when you're smart with it, it ends up working out.
Way to work tonight.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
But we now cross down to Jaron Riley, of course, because we heard him talk at halftime. And I thought to myself, this guy knows how to yap. He knows how to talk. And we haven't heard too much of him throughout the year. Jaron, how are you doing?
You know, feeling better after a win. Feeling better after a win. So.
Hey, talk us through what just happened there, because I know you were front and center. I'm pretty sure you were the one that initiated, saying you wanted to throw hands after the game.
Hey, man, I'm just a peacemaker. That's it. I'm not starting nothing. We came out here, we got to win. We did what we needed to do, so I'm happy with that.
Well, we're getting a couple of replays of it here with Schofield and Mayen, and then JLA came in. But Jaron, I do want to touch on your game to start this season, because I'm sure as a rookie coming in, obviously your dad's the head coach, but all the noise around the plus-minus in particular, how aware of you are that? Because it's ridiculous what you're doing right now.
I mean, just like anyone our age, we have social media, we see certain things. I don't buy into it too much. I don't go looking for it, but, anyone has social media, it's going to pop up. So we see it, but just don't pay too much mind to it.
Now, is this the first time your father's actually coached you? Or, I mean, because you look like nothing bothers you. You're on the floor playing your style of game. I played with a guy whose father was a coach, and look, he's played fantastic basketball. But I'm saying, you look so comfortable on the floor. Is this the first time he's actually coached you?
I mean, like officially, yeah. But, he's been in the game for a long time, as you guys all know. We were in the gym every day together through high school, middle school, all that stuff. So officially, yes, but unofficially, he's kind of been coaching me my whole life. So.
Hey, John, I'm going to put you on the spot here. John doesn't give us much. He's stone cold. Give us something that we might not know about your dad.
Oh, good one.
Throw him under the bus.
Something that you might not know.
He collects postage stamps.
He's not that old. He's not that old. One thing you wouldn't know. He loves the sauna.
Oh,
okay.
He looks like he's been standing in one for about 6 years.
I played the fifth. I got no comment.
Hey, Jared, thank you so much. Hey, we love what you're doing out there in the court, and we look forward to a whole lot more of it throughout the year.
Appreciate you guys.
Just going to distance myself from that for JRC.
Am I not wrong with that? Hey, well, I'll tell you what, we're going to cut to a break, and we're going to wrap it all up on the other side.
You are harsh.
Well, it took us 40 minutes, but boy, we had some action at the Cairns Convention Centre. Admiral Schofield just going at Lat Mayan post-game. JLA getting between it, but I'll tell you what, it was too little, too late for the Cairns Taipans. That's the sort of fight they needed within that 40 minutes because it was a huge win for the Perth Wildcats. Their ex-girlfriend, he did it to the Cairns Taipans. And now it was the Perth Wildcats' turn. And I'll tell you what, you look at the match stats here. Nasty looking if you're a Cairns Taipans fan. Peter Hooley and Leonard Copeland.
It sure is. I mean, look at that. Thrashed on the rebounds. They hit some threes finally in the second half. Perth Wildcats just put them to the sword. And I tell you what, I know it's Halloween next Friday, but it could be coming early this Friday. When Melbourne United head there to play Cairns Taipans, I am genuinely afraid of what that scoreline is going to be.
And talk me through it. Why do dudes pull their shorts up when they're getting ready to fight?
Just letting you know they need a little room to get it on, brother. That's
I'm not using my quads.
Well, you don't.
If I'm getting
he's just pulling his pants up, so you wouldn't know because you've never been in a fight.
No, I've been in one fight, and I'm not prepared to lose another one, so I'm not getting another one. Let's have a look at the Mitsubishi Motors ladder right here. This ain't just the Ignite Cup. This is the whole thing. 7 wins, 0 losses for United up top. And who do they have next, Pete?
They have the Cairns Taipans, which I just spoke about, and I am very, very afraid for Friday night. Very, very afraid.
Certainly, it's going to be a tough one for them. Is there any chance for the Cairns Taipans? A little bit of sauce at the end of the game? But they
like
fight
you
back?
said, there's always a chance. Didn't you say Cairns have beaten Melbourne 3 out of the 4 times?
Yeah, in Cairns.
It's not going to happen this time, but we're just saying.
You're
you
right.
got a chance.
Stranger things have happened.
You never know.
Stranger things have happened as well. And there's going to be hoops tomorrow night. We got a doubleheader of the New Zealand Breakers in action against the Brisbane Bullets.
It's going to be a big week of hoops. Looking forward to that one.
Ooh, SEM Sydney. Who's your pick there?
Sydney.
I'm going with Phoenix.
There we go. Going to be a good one. Phoenix,
you?
hopefully they can go. Oh, I don't give predictions. I'm just a host. Elijah Pepper, he was doing his thing as well, but it was a party for the Perth Wildcats and the Cairns Taipans. 5 losses in a row. Soul searching. They need to get in that winners list and they need to do it quick.
This program is brought to you by Hungry Jack's and Bunnings Warehouse.